Good evening, folks on the interwebs. Welcome to the official Grievance Aurorian Age webcast. I'm your host, NoTouchy, also known as Death Star on Twitch and on Twitter. With me tonight is Jakrae, one of the guild officers for our ArcheAge chapter. Say hi.
Do I have to? No.
I don't wanna.
Hey guys, how's it going out there? Been letting my beard grow a little longer. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Should I keep it? Take it off?
Touch of gray thing going on.
Touch of gray. More like gray spray paint on my face.
All right.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
That's
Hello.
all right. We love you. Nystrik, one of our newly members, and also from our previous episode. Our fearless guild leader Spin is not here today. He went to Cali for quote unquote work. I'm thinking that he just needed to get away from the freezing cold for a few, but he should be back next week. Nystrik, how's things with you, and how are you enjoying your time in the guild?
Things have been great. Yeah, I made the move to Grievance last Friday before that. I'm actually not sure. I kind of lost track of time. But it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. We've been getting through content. We've been going through Serpentis. We made a huge breakthrough in Serpentis. We got to room 5.
Ooh,
So exciting. Awesome. It's a huge leap forward.
Oh yeah, I was stuck on room 2 for how many weeks, and then suddenly, boom, hey, room 5.
Woohoo! And what was boss 1 was so hard, and then it was like, oh, was this hard? And then room 2 was challenging. Then we got through that, and then now we're all the way down in room 5, which is really exciting. We were even though we didn't finish the room, we really started making some progress and understanding the fight. So it's a huge step. So like next time we go into it, it'll just be like, yeah, we know this fight. Let's do it. So that's really
that was hard.
Yeah. Was that hard? I don't remember.
So are you still 9-man in it, or you're actually doing 10-mans now?
We did 9-man the boss because Nikki DC'd, or was it Gabby?
Oh.
One of the two of them DC'd at the end of the fight there for like a minute, so I just went full heals and was like, now my tank! But it was good.
It was just like that too.
So how many more rooms are left there in Serpentis to
I think there's only 6 rooms. 6 or 7. It's not that many.
But I want to say 7?
But the rooms rotate, so there's a small chance that we won't get the same rooms back, and we won't get the same bosses back, so hopefully, cross our fingers, it goes really well. But yeah, we're pretty close to clearing it seems like.
That's awesome, and then we'll have it on farm status.
Pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly, huh? All right, and so Jack, how's things with you? I hear the weather in Texas has been rather bipolar for you recently, and also give us an update on what's up with Guild. Go ahead.
Yeah, Texas can't make up its mind if it wants to be hot or cold or freezing or 80 degrees. So it's been all over the place. It's been kind of fun trying to keep up with it. I watched right this morning, I look at the Weather Channel report for the next 5 days. It goes like 40, 32, and then 65, 75. It's like, what is going on? And then it goes back down to like 20. It's like, oh, come on. But yeah, that's how it is here. Anyways, some guild news. The weather in our server has been pretty bad lately, apparently, because it keeps knocking the servers down. So something bad's happening somewhere. But the servers were quite stable for a while until today. So we were looking forward to coming in here and saying, it looks like they got it fixed. But we came in here, we're like, okay, never mind. So some guild events that we've been having lately, we've been kind of adding some strangeness to the mix in our guild events. We had a fun little called it like a search and destroy mission set up. It was kind of fun. Like we had our target set out. We laid traps for our target. And basically, we brought out empty fishing boats to try to lure them in. We ended up fishing and killing some other people instead. So
search and destroy the marlins. Yeah.
Yeah. So we destroyed the marlins. We had a bunch of fishing boats filled up. We turned them in and we killed some reds. We had a great time. Well, and we died a little bit too, but it was fun. So we met them on this little island. Which guild was that again?
Which one?
The Red Guild on that little island that we found. There's a bunch of them.
You want me to remember some guild? I don't know.
I don't remember, but yeah, it was fun.
Provocation, I think you said it was, or something like that.
No, that's what we were
what
originally
we're
hunting.
searching for, yeah.
We found a bunch of reds instead. We're like, ooh, better targets. Let's go get them.
Yes.
Okay, let's get some honor. It was fun. So we ended up with some honor for the night. It was good. Oh, it was blacklist? Okay, awesome. Thanks, Shadow.
There you go.
Shadow knows.
Yes, he knows. Blacklisted.
The Shadow knows.
Not blacklist. Blacklisted. Switzerland. Okay, no. Anyways, the yesterday's event was kind of fun too. I got there kind of late because I Yeah, I had school. I'm trying to learn stuff, trying to get smart.
Get your education.
Got to get my what he said. I'm not going to try to say it wrong like that. I'd say it even worse. But no, we had some fun. Like I joined late, so the event kind of started out in Unistir. They got some trade packs, and they started working with Phoenix Brigade there. And they went to Hasla to do some more red hunting, and then they went to Halcyona and to go to take part in the war there. But they got there kind of late, just as it kind of ended. So that was kind of. Yeah, but that's when I joined in. I got there. It was kind of fun. So then we went to Fredic Island, where the Slayers were trying to get Rangora, and so we kind of interfered with that for a little bit. They got angry, called a bunch of guilds from the east over to come stop us. And
Oh dear.
yeah, it was rough. They had a lot. Oh gosh, I should have recorded that. It was fun.
Yeah,
Shame
one
on
thing
me.
I have noticed recently is that the tide in Halcyona has started to swing back towards our side again.
Oh
I've
yeah,
been
it's
on
quite
a few
consistently now.
Yeah, I've been on a few times, and we've literally, it was a sea of reds and greens, and we've actually pushed them back a few times and actually won Halcyona. So I guess it's the tide that turns, because I know that as of even a few weeks ago, we couldn't even get in Halcyona.
Yeah,
So
pretty
now-
much.
And now it's swung back again. I think that the greens are starting to become a little bit more cohesive, which is a good thing, is what we were hoping would happen, now that the Reds
Absolutely.
are actually a presence again. So now we actually have someone to fight instead of each other.
Which is nice. And it's also, I've noticed a few people kind of stepping up into leadership roles at Halcyona, and that's really helped. And people are actually listening to them and doing what they say, which is rare, which is kind of cool. So we're able to really coordinate our efforts and push them back. So so those that have been stepping up, keep it up. Some of the names I've seen has been Oxfeed. I saw him doing some stuff. I haven't been in Halcyona all that much. So I'm sure a bunch of people that have been doing it lately. So just keep up the good work. Also, Tuesday's event. Shame I missed this one. It was so much fun. They went to Mirage Isle, and they were having race car races.
Oh,
That's
man.
amazing. Oh, I missed
I
that
know.
too. Oh my god.
I miss all the good stuff. But yeah, stupid school. Anyways,
Yeah.
no, they had a lot of fun with that. So they were kind of cruising around on the cars, kind of getting used to them, because we're going to probably start getting some soon. Maybe. Yeah, don't tell anyone we're going to Friedrich with some packs. No, but that was a lot of fun. So they're cruising around as a guild, just laughing and having a good time, and that's what it's about. It's about playing together, having a good time. So that's what we like to do. So good job on leading that event. That was, I think, Thalif kind of stepped up to lead that event. So good job there, Thalif. Shout out to you. Awesome. Thank you. We're still looking for some more members as well to come join us. We've been kind of slowly increasing our numbers of active players. Yes, I have a squeaky chair. I'm sorry. I'll stop moving so much. I get a little excited and get active. Okay, hold on. Let me lock my chair. So, okay. Shouldn't squeak anymore.
Okay, there you go.
There
All
you
right.
go.
So, yes, but we still need some more people. It's grievancegaming.org. We do want to get our numbers raised up so we can keep getting groups together, keep pushing Serpentis, and get GHA just constantly going through more tanks, more healers, more DPS. We need everything. It's been so much fun being able to coordinate with these other guilds now. We just want to start being able to bring in more numbers to these fights now. It's so definitely grievancegaming.org. Read all about us. If you have any questions, contact any of our officers. We'd be more than happy to talk with you about that.
And I'm going to give you the famous words from Steelheart that Grievance is awesome, man.
Oh dear. That happened.
Or I could use the Steelheart look.
Steelheart's probably going to watch this. Careful.
I'm scared.
In Chatland.
Just in fun, Steelheart.
Also, some interesting server news. Just keep in mind, anytime we're talking about other guilds does not mean we're necessarily allied with them. It just means we have a little intel on them, maybe, and maybe a mole or two or three. Anyways. What? Intel networks. That's what we'll call it. It's our Intel network. Yes. But Slayers did try for another castle. They had a very good, solid attempt. Their TeamSpeak servers were having issues. A lot of people are pointing to DDoS issues, which is
probably
accurate.
That is the catch-all phrase for anything that bad that happens is like DDoS this, DDoS that. It's
it wasn't really a thing with ArcheAge in particular. Like that phrase was kind of not really related to ArcheAge, and then it started actually happening. And now it seems to be on the rise. Like it happened
for everything too.
Well, it happened to the Salphira server last week. it got in the way of a siege that week. It got in the way of Slayers trying to do Kraken. It got in the way of a lot of different kind of things. So DDoSes seem to be on the rise for Salphira, unfortunately.
Yep, quite a bit. So
Why us? We're nothing. Well, go to Olo. Sorry.
go to Olo. I'm sure the people on Olo won't like that.
Yeah, they're probably real happy right now.
I bet they are.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So they had a very, very good attempt on that castle, despite all the issues that they were having. So just they've really done a great job getting their people together, and they're just doing awesome. So they are still a threat. So we do need to still work together to
Absolutely.
don't want to say squash that threat because it's kind of fun having them there to fight. So, but I would like to be able to push them back and put them in their place.
Oh,
Sure.
absolutely.
Just go back to the
Especially
east.
in hostile places like that, absolutely. So, Nystrik, have you done anything fun other than what Jack has talked about yourself this week or past week?
I mean, other than I've talked about the Serpentis thing, we did. We actually went and did some arenas, which was super
cool.
fun, even though we got our butts kicked really hard. But it was a lot of fun to kind of go in and see, I guess, kind of where we stand in terms of like gear and understanding the different classes and whatnot. And I'm trying out my new class. It's Argent, which is Vitalism, Battle Rage, and Oromancy. So it's kind of in your face heal things. It's kind of interesting. It's really weird, but it was really fun to give it a try in an arena, see kind of how it worked, and we did okay. Like I said, we kind of got our butts kicked, but it was a lot of fun to try.
Did you manage to group with a bunch of grievance people, or was it just random?
We did. It was me,
cool.
Jack, Kieran,
Shield was there.
Shield, and we had one random person in our group who
Well,
kept
that's
running
cool.
in. And we were like, no, come back, which sucked, but that was okay.
Well, that's one of the things that they were talking about during the Tryon newscast, which I'll get to in a minute. I didn't actually put it in the notes, but they're looking at hopefully getting, pre-made 5v5.
Yes, please.
That is a thing, and that needs to happen because, unless you're like in TeamSpeak where you all go in at the same time and do a countdown and then you decline and hopefully you get, it's just like too much work to try and group up with your guild mates. I think that would be hopefully they'll get that in the pipeline sooner than later, but it is something that people are wanting.
There's also a market, so to speak, that Tryon's missing out on by not having like groups and ranked possibilities. Ranked things, arenas, for MOBAs, doing your ranked matches, etc. Like having that sort of aspect in a game really creates an avenue into esports, which can generate a lot of money and brings a lot of players to a game. There's a lot of people who play WoW, for instance, just to PvP and arena, right? And there's a lot of people, ArcheAge is really known for its PvP. And so to have a ranked system or a group queue system or to create something out of that, which I think they should have from the beginning, but I guess that's just my opinion. They're missing out on a real opportunity here to do something great with the game and really bring it onto the spotlight on platforms like Twitch. So
yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things also that you have a lot of people that are elitists that like to see their name in light. So that would be definitely a good thing for them. So even, I'm not sure why the game didn't have it implemented. It's not in Korea. So, it'll have to be something that they try and pushes them to implement.
Which surprises
going forward.
me. Because
it
Koreans and esports and ranked, they're just so good at it.
Yes.
They're so good at it.
Yes, they are. They're very good at like hitting those buttons. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of League of Legends. Not that we're talking about any other game or anything like that, but those guys are amazingly good at that stuff.
I watch and I'm like, how?
Yes,
what?
absolutely.
I love watching those tournaments too, and you actually get to watch them playing it, and it's insane.
Yeah,
when they zoom in on their keyboard, they have a camera on the keyboard, and I'm like, what are you doing? Are your hands magic? What are you doing? How?
When you think about it, it's like playing the piano. Like you learn exactly where the keys need to go and in what order they need to go in, and you just go. It's
called muscle memory. That's what it is, a thing, muscle memory. But I guess my muscles suck because they don't remember
that
anything.
or your memory,
or my memory. Yeah, I guess that would be it too. So, all right. So let's get on to news from Tryon. The Sloth Glider contest is over, and the winners were chosen. So I don't know if any of you guys know that they were having a contest where you take screenshots to win a Sloth Glider. The winners were Abra, Ain Elna, Chocolate. That's a good name. Deja, Lonely Pengo, Nicodemus, Nikishka, Ophelin. Wow, these names are horribly bad.
Uzi Prime. I can say that one. That's Uzi, not
Uzi
Uzi.
Prime.
Uzi, yeah.
Uzi Prime and Pakic Power. Congratulations, guys.
Cheek Power?
Pakic.
Here, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to paste these names in chat so everyone else can have some fun with it too.
There you go. All right, and I'll continue on. Tryon did their Q&A. It's something that they're going to do on a bi-weekly basis on January 30th. They covered everything from new content to fishing boat lag. The first thing on the list, which kind of happened randomly today as we were about to start the cast, that we thought that the login issues were resolved. At least. But
We were
edit.
wrong.
Login was down today, so hopefully more comp.
Please?
Please more comp.
Not
Compensation.
that I don't have 5,000 labor, because I
Yeah.
haven't been able to play all week.
I don't.
You have 5,000 labor? You should be
Well,
dead.
I haven't
Hey,
been able to...
Gabby, did you hear that?
Yeah,
No! It's
exactly.
for my cooking! It's for my cooking.
So if you guys don't know, they have sent compensation packs to your account. You have to log into your Tryon account and claim them. So I think there is a total of 3, 500 labor point compensation packs, and patrons get 5 free days. And they are limited time claims, so you have to claim them quickly. When was it? February 6th, I think it was?
That's for the one that they released recently, yeah.
Okay, so you definitely need to get into your account and log in to make sure you get your labor pots.
Basically, you have to. It makes it look
So
like
you
you're
have to-
buying it, but you're
Yes.
zero. So just
It is
Yeah.
0. It is 0.
You don't
yes,
log on to the game. You log on to Tryon's website, their Glyph website, to get
Yep.
it and
absolutely.
claim.
Okay, and they also address the economy again, and this is something that they're working on really hard, because the pain points, as they call them, the high price of Archeum and such, and looking at ways to make more high-end gold sinks to get the gold out of the economy.
Labor
Since
pot needs to go down.
Yeah, because since at this point, there's more ways to get money into the game, and it's not leaving in the same fashion, which means that the prices are going to stay exorbitantly high because the money isn't leaving the game. Like before, the one thing they talked about was it used to be that you bought your tax certs with gold, which was a big way to get it out of the game. But now that they've changed that and used labor, the gold isn't getting out of the game. So they're working out a way. One of the things that was talked about is a casino. Does anybody ever played EverQuest 2 at all?
Yeah, a little
They
bit.
had the Goblin games. Basically, it was a casino. You go in and pay your money. You could win all kinds of cool in-game items, gold if you won the jackpot. They're talking about it's something that they really like, and they're talking about putting it in as a gold sink, and they're going to see if they can push for putting a casino-like atmosphere. I mean, in Mirage Isle, it seems like it would fit.
That would be amazing. I went to Vegas for the first time last year, and best thing ever.
How much
I
money?
can't wait
win
to go
big.
back. I only went in with I think I played with like $30 or $40, and that's all I played with, and I came out like $200 up. So it's like
Nice. So what'd you do with the $200?
put it in my bank account. My broke. Some broke. I was like,
and
bank
spent
account,
it in
please.
ArcheAge.
Pay
Yeah,
off
that's-
credit card. Yeah, and then spend it on ArcheAge, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, on the Archeum pack. Yeah, I got you. On this note, they're now more actively pursuing gold buyers in the game. Before, it was a huge issue with just the gold sellers and things like that. But now they feel that, they would tell people that as a no-no, but they weren't really pursuing it. Now, if you are caught, not only will you lose the gold and possible sanctions on your account, but the items that you bought with it will be taken away. They are not going to be going after the person that, you bought the item from. So, because they may be innocent. But if you have purchased gold in the real money marketplace, you have been more.
They're doing it the way every other MMO is doing it now. They're not going after the gold spammers. They're going after people that actually buy.
Because there's it's a thing, and there's just
Right.
no way that they can police enough to get because there's too much money to be made.
Right.
So it's kind of like in real life, the police they go after the Johns instead of the.
Right.
So, you know, and I think that once they actually start doing that and people actually start losing items out of their inventory that they got, they'll start taking it as real. So you have been warned, guys. So do not do it. All right. They also try and want to do away with the AFK kick timer to save the houses and scarecrows in the game. Because they're being abused, and this is a thing. So
like how we all just stay logged in and be on some red's house. We do that all the time.
Yeah, the houses did nothing
we don't.
to you and want to be left in peace. So ban house punching. We're going to start it here. The secondary effect also is that it will help with labor regen issues and give them the ability to turn it back on if queues become an issue in the future. So what do you guys think about that?
Yes, please.
I think that's good. That way I don't have to fill up my inventory full of stuff and sit there trying to open bags.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everyone's finding ways to stay online anyway.
Wait for a pew, sit in the jury, and
the servers
if you could find a spot.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, good luck with that.
I've gone into the courthouse. There's never any spots in the courthouse available. You have to pay people gold. Say, can I get your seat, man?
There is one thing I would like Tryon to address: the issue of where you'll just fall through your ship.
Oh yes, on fishing boats and merchant ships and.
I'm like sitting there trying to unload my ship and I'll just fall right through it. And I'm like, well, guess I can't move my ship. Guess whoever that is over there is just going to take my ship and drive away with it. Hooray.
Yeah, I've noticed that has happened. It hasn't happened to me often, but it has happened where you literally, there's a black hole in your boat and you can't do anything about it.
And you can't get back on it. No. If someone else can grab your wheel and move it forward, they can do that. But it's really, it's a pain in my butt. Like, huge pain in my butt.
So, and I don't advocate going to the forums, but ever since they got the new community manager or the game producer in, I would, if you have any ideas or suggestions, you know, going to the forums now seems to be a lot, especially not the server forums, but the general forums where they're asking for suggestions. Please do so because they are really trying to, because one of the things that they're doing is they're trying to get the game more exposure, and they've actually started pushing the game through with more advertising. So you're going to start seeing ArcheAge advertising popping up. And what they're wanting to do, and they're asking the community for their input, is to lock the higher population servers temporarily to filter the newer players to the lower pop servers.
Yes, please.
So that they will be able to have a good game experience with land and things like that. Because I'm going to take Olo because it's probably the biggest pop server. A new character starting on that server probably won't get anything anytime soon. So I think that that's a really good idea for them to lock the high pop servers for when they're running the campaigns, or at least at certain times, so that they can filter people down to the lower pop servers. So I'm thinking that's a good idea.
I agree.
Okay. All right. And also, they're talking about implementing blocking mail from people on your block list and report spam from the mail system.
Thank you.
Please.
Holy, how long did that take?
They are actually, it is in Excel Games hands for consideration. I think that would be a good thing. If someone's on your block list, they should not be able to contact you in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. And you know, if you're getting spammed from people, you can't actually block them. So if you can block the spam in your email, that would probably help a lot. Because I've logged into the game at like 30 mails with 1 copper in it from someone trying to sell me gold. So,
that I don't want.
Yeah, that I don't want. Exactly. We don't want your gold. And lastly, Valentine's Day items will be on the store soon. There are no plans for an event per se, but there will be themes in the game. There will be items that you can purchase, plushies and things like that.
I like plushies.
You like plushies?
That's why I'm a tailor. The only reason I picked tailoring is because I can make myself stuffed animals.
So do you have a house with nothing but plushies everywhere?
Maybe.
And one of the things that I'm actually looking for is the new glider appearances that they're coming out with. They haven't told us what they are yet, but they said they are in Korea. They're not any stats on them at all. They're just something that goes over your glide, and they've said that they're really, really neat. So I'm going to actually probably go and test to see what they are. And they're also pushing to increase the family size.
Thank you.
They said that 8 is actually not enough.
It's not enough. I mean, I've got 8 siblings in my family.
Right?
You have 8 siblings?
Yes, I do. See,
it's
not
6.
enough. That's just the kids. And 4 parents.
And 4 parents. Also, they don't get to get in the family, huh? All right. So that's the last of the news. If anyone else has anything to add before I go on to the comments,
Yes.
go right ahead, sir.
I think Nystrik has something to help me keep my promise from last week, right? You have something to give away?
Oh, we have something to give away. Right.
Yes.
I was like, huh? Sorry.
Yes. I promised you guys last week, so Nystrik's here to help us this week.
What is it? It's a bear?
It's either a mount or a battle pet. It'll be one of the two.
Oh, we don't know yet. Right.
Correct.
You have
This
to
is an
raise it.
in-game prize that you will trade to you if you win, so you have to come find me.
Okay, so we're gonna make a keyword. What should keyword be?
Go grievance.
Okay. Oh, can we do keywords as 2 words?
Just take
Hold on.
grievance.
This is my first time doing it. Go grievance. Let me make sure it's
I
spelled.
think you can do 2 words. I think you can. So,
Okay, everyone try it. Try typing like this. I'll type it.
is it exclamation point go grievance?
No. Okay, so it does work. No exclamation point. Just go
Alright.
grievance. All lowercase. I'll leave everyone able to roll because usually I turn off staff, admin, and moderators because we obviously don't want them to win the pet they're giving away. But I'll leave it.
Are you kidding me? I want it.
Right? So if you guys want a bear cub that you're going to grow and figure out what it is, and if it's a mount, I'm gonna hate you. You know, typical.
Yes, the bear mounts are really cool. I will not.
They
lie.
are
They're
really cool.
really
They like get up
I got
on
the
their
battle
hind
pet.
legs
It's
and like
cool too.
that thing. It's crazy.
Oh man, I love watching the battle pet fight. He's hilarious. Have you watched him like get up on his feet and like
Yeah.
"Ah."
I'm like, whoa.
It's
See, it would be
awesome.
cool if the battle pet grew in a fight. Like, wow, that would be awesome.
So I don't know if we want to, because you had something to talk about still. No,
Yeah,
Oh, that's fine.
we'll
if you
leave
want to
this
talk
running for a
about
little
it, and we'll roll this at the end.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay.
All right. The general disclaimer: what I say or my thoughts do not necessarily reflect the thoughts of Grievance or any of its affiliates. Yay for free speech. All right. So today we're going to talk about something that maybe a lot of you have thought about, but not really have done more than just a passing. Hey, that's something I've thought about. So, how do you grieve someone when you lose an internet friend? This was an article that was linked to my Twitter by Dark Raven. And if any of you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'll post something in the guild chat or in the Twitch chat if you want to follow me on Twitter. At the beginning of the week, it was one of those moments that I really couldn't get it out of my head and let go of. Then Chill suggested that maybe I do some commentary about the diversity in the guild. And I really couldn't figure out a way to do it in a way that was relevant. This article came back to my mind, and I think it sums us up as a guild and what we're about. So I'm just going to read it verbatim. So this is going to be a quote from the article, and then I will give some last words. Somebody I didn't know died last week. Someone I'd never met in real life, or I think I never met her, but I suppose I could have. We shared some of the same friends and acquaintances, some of whom I knew in person and some who I didn't. Those two worlds we both inhabited, virtual and real, blended so seamlessly that I really didn't notice until she had departed the latter that I really only was acquainted with her in the former. So how do you mourn for someone that you only knew as an idea? I will experience more death than my parents because I know more people than my parents. People I haven't given thought to in many years, people who, for all generations before mine, would have simply slipped out of my mind, can remain on my social radar simply because they're archived. Here, look, a wedding album. They're a birthday reminder, and inevitably, at some point, a death. In the 1990s, a British anthropologist and a primatologist, Robin Dunbar, calculated that during using a correlation between neocortex of a primate's brain and the group size, that a number of people with whom a human being can have a stable interpersonal relationship with is roughly 150. Well, since the invention of Facebook and Twitter and now even Twitch, the brain size factors that limited the size of your potential network size are easily circumvented. I can converse on friendly tones with at least a vast potential pool of people, all of whom have their identity neatly racked, categorized, and explained. Rituals that cement friendship or cement relationships, mostly face-to-face, music, dancing, eating, drinking, and laughter, have equivalents or near equivalents online. Our potential social group size is no longer limited by those who we can keep physically close to us. It is limited only by the time we have for interactions when the cues to interact are digitally provided to us. We can all but seamlessly return back to friendships when someone of whom in any other age would have lost track of and met up again as strangers. At 150, according to Dunbar's original research, and borne out by subsequent studies, human groups begin to struggle to maintain cohesion. Each individual, according to this theory, had to understand every member of the group's relationship with every other member. But in an age where internet acts as a force multiplier for socially, if only for those who are native to it, it is now possible to develop friendships with people we've never met at all. Twitter is more than just a conversation. It's a schoolyard, a lunchroom, a water cooler, and internet friends, or are we still friends at least, as much as friends on Facebook who we haven't seen in years. I found out that my friend had died late at night and reflectively direct messaged her boyfriend on Twitter. Then the next morning, I wasn't sure if I'd made a mistake. I was a stranger to them, really. Did mutual following one another on Twitter? In fact, I had read their streams of consciousness, and they mine. Did it mean anything to them? What did it mean to me? Was it acceptable or unwelcome that in this time of grief that I inserted myself like there was anything comparable in our life experiences of her life? Twitter gives us a window into other people's lives that makes us feel like we're a part of their everyday struggles, their complaints, their jokes, and their celebrations. The problem with this illusion, and this is an illusion, is that I felt a part of her death too. It's a peculiar feeling experiencing someone else's tragedy by proxy, mediated through the internet. Somebody I didn't know died last week, and there was no real way to deal with it. No set of mores or traditions, no roadmap to closure, or even a sense of what closure is even valid to need. Those traditions too will develop organically over time, but for now, all we are doing is feeling our way through it. So, and that's the quote from the article. So what does that have to do with anything? Well, we here in Grievance have formed bonds across cultures, nationalities, races, creeds, religions, ethnic backgrounds, and most of us have never met face to face per se. We have built a community based on common interests and have formed friendships and such that transcend those normal boundaries of distance. With the introduction of Twitch, we have taken things a step further and formed bonds with those we actually now can see, which I think takes those relationships to an even higher level. I don't have all the answers on how this article should be taken. We all crave interaction with contact and meeting in that interaction. Although we may like to be alone or are loners, we were never made to be that way. At least my thought that the distance or medium of contact does not diminish the feelings we develop for people or make them more or less real. Either you care or you do not. If communication happens, be it through a letter, video chat, or through the internet, those feelings are real and should be cherished. Losses are still losses, and grief we feel with them is no less real. You do not need physical proximity to create a friendship, only an intimacy of personal communication. Well, guys, that is my thoughts on the subject. So if anyone has any questions or anything like that, and we're getting short on time here, so.
Yeah, I get a little short on time there, but I wanted to go back to something in there that you had talked about how most of us have never met face-to-face per se. Mm-hmm. That is correct. I mean, I guess would this count as face-to-face?
Yes, yeah, this is count as face-to-face.
For some, it's face to computer screen. I can't see all the people out there. Yeah. Anyways, but what I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to bring up once again the Grievance get-together that's going to be coming up in a few months. Mm-hmm. I think it's in June. I want to say 12th through the 15th, I believe it was. I could be a little bit wrong on those days, but sometime around there. Mm-hmm. So it's a chance because Grievance, we are a pretty darn close-knit community. It's amazing. I love it. So I'm looking forward to my first time getting to go to that get-together. So it's going to be really neat being able to be face-to-face with a lot of these people that I've gotten to know online. So I just think that's it kind of made me think about that, how that get-together is going to be a really cool thing. So if you guys can make it, definitely try to be there. It's going to be an amazing time to really bond even closer as a community. It's going to be awesome.
I just want to say that, like, as I play Eve. I've mentioned this before, and I went to a big test meetup with a bunch of people, and I played Eve with, and it was just, I mean, it's great to play with these people online, but like getting to meet them and hang out with them and all these people that I have such common interests to, and like we actually have things to talk about where I'm not staring at someone like I guess I kind of have to communicate with you, even though like if I'm in class we're talking about like the Greek language and I'm like okay, but that's our only common interest. But like this way you have more. It's just there's so much to talk about. It's so much fun to meet people you play games with. I can't advocate it enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, let's go back to the days when, MMOs first started. You didn't have any of these mediums. Everything was typed. You didn't have TeamSpeak. You didn't have Twitter or Twitch or any of that stuff. Everything was typed. So your communication was always, I guess you could call it written communication, so to speak, even though it wasn't a letter or anything like that. And people form bonds that I unfortunately, I've lost track of a lot of the people that I knew during those time frames, but I made some really good friends back when I played EverQuest back in the day. And nowadays, now that with the invention of, being able to stream live and actually people can put a face with a name and things like that, you can actually build, in my opinion, really good and close friendships with people through this medium. So I don't think that the medium matters. I think it's the fact that you want to connect with someone, be it a game or any type of other medium. Even, they have Pinterest and all these things like that where people actually have common interests where you can go and sit down and chat. And if you meet, it's not an awkward thing. It's because you already have some sort of relationship,
It's
I mean,
amazing.
I did meet my wife in World of Warcraft. I mean,
Oh, did you?
Oh,
You met
there
your
you
wife?
go.
Wow.
that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Okay, we'll dedicate an episode to you and your wife.
Oh,
meeting in
no, that's
World
okay.
War. We'll block out
Maybe
about
a
half hour,
minute.
45 minutes.
A minute.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, should
Yeah,
we roll this bear?
All right.
Yes, let's roll the bear.
We're going to
Okay.
roll.
Last chance,
Yeah.
go grievance to enter
Last time-
if you haven't
last chance, go
already.
Grievance.
All lowercase, 2 words.
2 words,
Go
go
grievance.
grievance. Here.
I'm gonna roll it in 5.
Oh, there's a delay. Not gonna hear your 5 for like 20 seconds. Here, just count down in chat. That's instant.
Okay.
Poor-
Poor bear.
Rolling. Oh,
All right.
I should re-roll that.
Did you win?
I just won it.
Hey,
Oh,
wait a
because she
second.
typed it in.
No, I don't want to win it. I don't want to win it.
No,
How do I
she typed
re-roll?
her name. She typed go grievance in.
Yeah, I typed it to.
Funny. Should show them what to type.
Uh,
Wait. Did it not
Here it
capture
goes.
everyone else?
Okay,
good.
Biggie 2, Biggy 2.
All right, right in
Biggie
it,
2.
in the chat. Congratulations, Biggie 2.
That's
You have won a bear cub that could be a mount or a battle pet. You have no choice. The RNGs.
The Salphira
Jesus.
server, of course. No.
Yeah, Salphira server. So who is he going to whisper and or bother to Jack? Okay, so Jakrae's got the cub.
I've got it. Just find me in game, whisper me, we'll meet up, and we'll get it over to you.
Chilled now.
Actually, what's your in-game name in case somebody else tries to pretend they're you?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good point.
I gotta wait for him to answer now.
Yes, you have to wait for
That
the
took-
stream to catch
Yes.
up.
Well, anyway, then what I'll do is I'll close. Next week, Spin should be with us. He is away for work, but we appreciate you guys coming to hang out with us. We also thank you for watching us here on the stream. Again, if you want to join us here at Grievance, our gaming family, it's www.grievancegaming.org. Is it?
Grievancegaming.org, yes.
.org. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was org. I was going to say net. But we would love to have you with us. ArcheAge is a great game, and we're having a bunch of fun playing. So thank you, Geeky. Appreciate you typing that in. So any final thoughts from anyone before we end the cast?
Apparently, we have to re-roll.
Yes, Sunday evening we are doing the Grievance overall newscast as well. I'm going to be a guest on it this week. I was supposed to do it last week, but they forgot about the Super Bowl, so they
They
canceled it.
preempted you for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Much
I'm
more
not more important than the Super Bowl. What?
True.
I mean, what? It was.
Hold on, hold
Wait. Which teams were they? I'm just kidding.
No. There's
No,
some,
so
there's
Sunday
some,
evening is going to be fun. Sunday
some
evening
stuff
at 7
going on in
o'clock.
chat about re-rolling.
Yeah, he says that we have to re-roll since he doesn't need it.
Oh,
We're gonna
That's
roll
nice.
it then.
That's
yeah.
nice.
All right.
All right, hold on.
We can't even give the thing away.
Oh my god, I rolled myself again.
Can you like delete yourself from there?
No, I can't. I tried to. Wee Man
Okay.
Cod. You are our new winner.
Wee man.
Wee Man COD. Congratulations, Wee Man.
You better not pass 2.
I swear. Okay.
All right, so he said
woot, so I'm
woot.
hoping that's
So-
All right, he's keeping it.
That's
All right.
Private message him on Twitch. There you go.
Oh, I know who he is. I don't. Yeah.
You don't need to private
I know
message
Wee
him.
man.
All right. He says he's taking.
Well, that was a lot of fun. So I think we're
Yeah, that was
in the
great
process of
cast,
wrapping it up.
guys. All right, absolutely. Well, again, we thank you for joining us here on the Aurorian Age. We'll see you next week. You guys have a good night. Thanks.
So stay tuned for
hanging out with
Khan.
us.
I think is coming on next.
Yes, Khan and Linux Gaming.